Hey guys, it's Gus, and there's an artifact that nobody really knows anything about. It's called Deck of a Few Things, and the reason why this pops up is because A, it recently got a so-called buff, and B, people that were looking forward to farming it in this go around of this Day of the Dungeon Master event, you can't because you can't farm anything. So the buff with this artifact was the last time this artifact was out. It behaved very similar to the journals where you had to have pages, and on this, instead of pages, you needed cards. Well, the problem with those cards were stupidly grindy, and I'm one of the only people I know that was, I'm not going to say dumb, but yeah, went through that pain of trying to farm it. And I got all the pages. And the issue with this artifact is that it's very hard to test, especially on a PlayStation. And there's very few people I think that had all the cards to actually test it. And so, for example, if you buy a journal and you don't have any pages, if you buy a journal in the auction house, you don't have any pages in it. Same with the deck of the few things. If you notice, it says card one, 2, 3, 4, 5, because I have them. But if you inspected them in the auction house, you didn't have it. But now anybody who gets this artifact has all these pages. And there's it says there's five effects, but there's actually six. The sixth is if no cards are drawn. And I've got most of them. The Thayan book damage is insanely low. The Manticore, even though the radius says will hit everything in the radius, it only hits a small number of targets. The Kessel's spheres I have not got activated in the last 15, 20 minutes. The Tiamat actually hits for zero damage, so it's very hard to test on the dummies because you'd have to see if um, it's actually reducing the damage they do. And then the Valindra's crown is, yeah, it has a knockback, but you can't test on dummy as well. So I'll just show you. It has a super large radius, so you can get all of these dummies in there. And I'll show you what it does. So that's gonna be the Thayan book one. No, that wasn't the Thayan book. That was mm, Valindra's. So it hit all four targets, and that one actually hits a little bit decent. And I'm just gonna go through my damage log to show you. Hit every one of them for a whopping 13,000. Whoop de doo. Now, when I went back to Valindra, it gives zero knockback to the target, zero damage. The which one was this one? The Valindra's crown, though. What was interesting is that ticks can actually proc the band of air, as you can see right here. And then the avalanche hits super low, 7,000, 7,300 each. But when you get the avalanche, it will only hit the two targets in the middle, not the ones on the outside. Let's do another one. I don't have the editing capability. See, there's the Manticore one. I don't have the capability to test all, edit this video with all the effects showing. Sorry, guys. And then, oops, wrong button. And then Valendra. Let's see if there's anything else that might have been useful. Thane Book of the Dead was the weakest so far. It says the dummies at the end do a combined attack. They didn't. If you look at their damage, Thane Book 986, 1873, 1873, 986, 96, 873. Yeah, there was if you look at the effects, uh the then it does summon the three minions. It says it will charge the target doing 24,730 damage. They did not do that damage, by the way. They only did the 2,800 necrotic damage. And let's do another one since we got the video going. I forget what that is. Oh yeah, there's the team that hits for nothing. They're dazed, and it would have pushed them back. Dazes them for 4 seconds. But again, artifacts really have no purpose or very little purpose outside of bosses. Um, for group play, really. Well, I kind of do, but the main purpose is for bosses, and that's you can't. Most bosses are immune to effects, so that's really meaningless. So let me just show you what happens. Let me. Sorry, I have to go to another character. I got some on here. I got some unbound ones. And this character, obviously, I did not farm the five cards, crumpled cards is what they were called. I didn't farm these, but when you look at it, you know, it would have said card 000, but now the artifact you get, all of them get, all of them get all the abilities. Uh, so if you do want to have this artifact for the sake of having it, cool. I don't believe it gives it any collection points, which is a shame. That's why very few people know about it because it's not in the artifacts. And it's overall it's seeming very underwhelming. If you look in the auction house, um, well on PS4, I don't know about other platforms, but it's fairly expensive. Yeah, 600K. I I don't know if it's worth 600K on how good it is. It's probably that high because of how rare it is. It's been a couple years since we were able to obtain it. Well, there you go. Stay classy, Neverwinter. See you soon.